Everybody, we need to just make sure we've got all our normal do's and don'ts. Sorry for repeating myself. You need to feel that you are wearing appropriate clothing to exercise. Shoes that support your ankles. Have your water nearby if you've got water nearby. Chair handy if you need that for balance or to sit on. We're going to keep our feet moving throughout. I'll explain why later. Have you got water? Windows open. Watch out for carpets if you're on carpets and slippery surfaces for your chairs. We're going to just start moving into a bit of a warm-up in a moment. So most of the time we have to do a 15-minute warm-up, especially as we become older as well. An older adult is classified as anyone over 50, which is far too young in my mind. So we've got to do a nice long warm-up. We're not going to get down on the floor, we're not going to do abs, anything like that, all standing exercise. So I'm just going to change the music over to something a little bit brighter, a little bit so it's going to have a bit of a beat. Still not going to be too much going. And we'll just get a little bit of a warm-up going. So we're just going to stand comfortably. Arms relaxed down at your side. Belly's in a bit, but don't hold it in too much. We do need you to breathe. You're going to bring your chin down to your chest for me. And bring your head on up. And take your head round to one side. Bring your head back into the centre and take your head over to the other side. And bring your head back into the centre. Keep looking forward for me and bring your ear down to the shoulder. Bring your head up and take your head to the other side. So just a little stretch, don't want to feel too much. And bring your head on up. Go into a little side bend, so just take yourself over to the side. And then up you come and take yourself over to the other side. Little side bend there. Up you come. If you feel like you need to be seated for this, just keep both bottom cheeks in contact with the floor for me. And the floor, the chair. And up you come and over to the other side. And up we come. We're just going to move our feet, so just moving the feet on the spot. And as we do that, we're going to roll our shoulders around. So in an all levels class, as part of Cardiac Lauren, I show some exercises. And I go from easier version and then demonstrate them up to really high intensity levels. But if you already recognise the activity and the exercise and you want to do it at a higher level earlier on, you can do that. That's absolutely fine. We're going to roll the shoulders the other way. If you're new to exercise, remember you can just do the easiest version, complete the exercise class, and then you think, actually that was alright, so you know you can repeat it and do it at a slightly higher level next time, maybe holding a heavier weight. So just get those shoulders rolling round. And we're just going to shake out those arms. Just move your hands a bit, make a fist, stretch out. So in cardiac rehab, but also we should get into the hang of it. We should always move our feet when we're exercising, ideally. Keeps the blood pumping round. Less pressure on the heart to exercise. And we use our calf muscles down here to help get the blood back up to the heart. So that's why I make you move your feet all the time. Shake out those arms. Real easy, toe tap in front and together. In this warm-up, it's all about increasing your heart rate slowly. Warming up slowly. Increase your blood pressure slowly. Prepare the mind for exercise. Prepare the heart for exercise, the muscles and the joints. So we're taking ourselves from really chilled out, chilling on the sofa, sitting down doing nothing, and we need to warm ourselves up, and we're going to take ourselves to about this level 10 by the time we finish our warm-up. Now we're going to change these toe taps and touch behind. Now this rating of perceived exertion, your RPE scale, this is your way of telling yourself, how am I feeling? And am I doing too much? So think of your breathing. Are you breathing a bit faster, a bit heavier, but you can talk? That's where we want you to think about when you're doing this scale. So we should be about a 7. We're standing up, we're moving. Nothing too serious right now. Let's change and touch the sides. Now I'm going slow. You can go a little bit quicker, but not too quick. It's a warm-up. We don't want to go straight into the exercise. And all these toe taps and all these things that I'm doing in my warm-up, it's going to mimic what we're going to do in the class. So we know that your muscles are going to be ready and prepared for the exercise. What we're going to do next, one more each side, and then we're just going to swing those arms. Nothing too serious, nice and easy, feet still moving. Doesn't matter if you're holding the chair and you're just swinging one arm for a bit and then the other. Today's class, how it's planned out. We're going to do a minute of every exercise. And we're going to do one that's a little bit more of a weights one, then it's going to be more of a cardiovascular, getting your heart and your lungs going. Let's change first of all to a heel dig and together. So we're going to do a load of exercises and then we're going to repeat them all. So first time round it might be you just learning what I mean by them, practicing them. Second time round, if you think you've got energy and you want to put more oomph into it, you can do. And then we'll do a lovely cool down afterwards. So nice heel digs. Should still be pretty easy, extremely light right now. That's where I want you to be. And we're coming back on the spot. Keep those feet moving. Let's swing those arms just a little bit higher, if you can. Feet moving. We'll be doing some little mini stretching in the warm-up. Much more important to stretch at the end, but I will get you doing some stretches. But first of all, let's touch the side and just have a low arm. So not high, not too fast. Hold the chair if you need to, and you can do alternate sides, just as you go out to the side and back in. Lovely. Last one, and on the spot. Moving the feet, just place your fingers together, arms out in front, round your upper back. If you want to bring your chin down to your chest, you can. Anybody fancy strolling around? You can go for a stroll, up to you. Bring your head up, shake out those arms. Now I'm going to stretch out your chest. Hands into the lower back, squeeze your elbows together, or place your hands together, open up. Or if that's still not quite comfortable, just open your arms up so they really open up the chest. So really lift your chest up to the ceiling. Breathe. And are your feet moving? I will nag you to move your feet. Shake on that. Legs a little bit wider. Just go from side to side with a little touch. If you're thinking you're going to work at a slightly higher level, I want you to start just putting a little bit more of a bend into this now. So I need your heart rates to come up a bit higher. If you're sticking to a low intensity, just transfer your weight nice and slowly. So how are you starting to calm down here? You're noticing your breathing is changing a little bit. Are you warming up? I'm roughly about here at the moment, but I'm talking. I'm working harder. Let's come back on the spot. Move those feet. One hand. Take it and just place your hand between the shoulder blade. As good as you can, pushing that elbow up towards the ceiling. I don't mind if your elbow's low, but just get a little push, don't push too hard. Any of you flexible, pull on that arm. And release it. Changing to the other side, hand between the shoulder blade. Gently push up on the arm. This hand doesn't have to do anything, just needs to go behind you. And release it. Let's go back to some heel digs. So I'm going quite slow. You might be holding on. You might now want to do a little bit faster. Those of you that are going to go slightly higher intensity. So find the right speed for you. And not a big bend of the knee yet, not quite yet. We're going to take our legs a little bit wider. And depending on how good those knees are, we're going to bend the knee and take the foot backwards. So this is a hamstring curl, otherwise known as kick your bottom. So if you've got decent knees and you can bend the knee a little bit more, do so. If it's a bit dodgy, take it nice and slow, just the warm up. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Are you warming up a bit? Feeling like your breathing's coming up? Anyone looking at your watch, your heart rate? Is your heart rate slowly coming up? And come on the spot. I want to do 3 little leg stretches. Don't take too long in the warm up. So we need to have our feet hip width apart. Take a stride forward, one foot in front, other leg behind. Straight knee, heel on the floor, foot facing 12 o'clock if you can. Breathe, and up you come, move the feet. Don't hold it too long. You can actually hold onto the chair if you want to, if you want a bit of balance. Some of you might be right up here, absolutely fine. Some of you might be in a big stretch. Doesn't matter. And move the feet. Don't want to hold it too long. Hamstring, back of the leg, normally pretty tight. Small stride forward. Your back leg, you're going to bend a little bit. Lean forward from your hip. Keep that foot relaxed. You want to feel a little stretch in the back of the leg. If you can't now, don't worry, you probably will at the end. And move those feet. Okay, change to the side. Small stride forward. Bend the back knee. Stick your bottom backwards and upwards. Lean forward a little bit. Foot relaxed though for me. Breathe. And up we come and move those feet. So I want to do a thigh stretch, a quadricep stretch. More than likely, you're going to want to hold on to something. I'm just going to turn the chair around so I can give you different examples. If you can, you're going to grab hold of your shoe. Sock, trouser leg, foot, stand upright. If you can't, put your foot on your chair or the knee on the chair. See what you can do. A little stretch in the thigh and release it. Move the feet. Changing to the other side. Whether it is sock, shoe, foot, use the chair. See if you can get a bit of a stretch going on there. And release that. So what's happened is we've started our warm up and we're now going to bring those heart rates up. We've done some stretching. So we're just going to swing those arms now. That little bit higher if we can. There's no set routine. There's no set speed. You do what's right for you. And we're going to start bringing ourselves towards that light. And in the background, my disco music's just started to come on, but we're not going to go too fast just yet. Knee raises. Lift the knee and the other one. So this is going slow. Use your chair for balance if you need to. Those of you going to work a bit harder, a bit faster for me. Again, find the right speed for you. So don't copy me if you want to go slow. Get used to the right rhythm for you and you'll be fine. We're going to go into touching the leg backwards behind us. So when you're ready, again, go slower. And let's see if we can add in an arm. And there's no set arm to leg. So don't worry about whether you are going the same arm and leg. Touch backs, otherwise known as Superman and Superwoman. Should be super person, whatever. We're going to come back on the spot, move those feet. Let's have those hands up by the shoulders. We're You reach up to the ceiling, one arm at a time, nice and slowly. Our aim is always to straighten the arm, but not lock it. Don't go up too fast. So this is your shoulder press. Reaching for something in that top cupboard. There's always something in that cupboard that I can't reach. And bring those arms down. We don't want to do too many of them now. We're going to take a big step to the side and a big step coming back. So just keep doing that. And if you're working harder, start bending those knees more. So you're going to work those thighs. Depending on how good the knees are, depends on how low you go. Anyone want to add a bit of arm in? You can. Entirely up to you. Good. And we're going to come back on this spot. Feet moving. Hands by your shoulders. Reaching forwards. And bring the arms back. So side on you can see. I'm trying to keep my hands level with my shoulder area and my elbows up when I pull my elbows back. If you end up having your elbows down, it's not too bad. You just don't work your shoulders so hard. But that might be the right thing for you to do if this is all new to you. Last one of these. And shake out. Let's go for those wider legs again. We're going to go back to that kick in the bottom, the hamstring curl. So again, take it easy. If it's new to you, if you're going to know you're going to put more effort in, start adding in that bend of the knee, pulling those arms back. All different versions. I'm going to get you to do another just exercise, just get the brain working. My V step. So let's come back on the spot. Imagine you've got 2 steps out to the side and then you come back together like a letter V. So you step forward on the diagonal, other diagonal, come back and together. Go out, out, back and together. So if you're able to stride it out, fantastic. So where are you thinking you are on my scale? When we're actually exercising, I want you number 13, somewhat hard. You're warm, breathing heavier, maybe sweating, definitely hot. We're going to do one more of these, and then we're going to come back on the spot. Moving those feet. So what we're going to do as a first exercise is a bicep curl. So we need to hold some weights, and then we'll add in a heel dig if you want to add that in as an extra. So I'm going to turn up the music, and you're going to grab hold of the weight that you feel that your muscle here and your arm is working. So are you ready? Keep the feet going. Have some water if you want it. Now my biceps are pretty strong. So most of your biceps are strong. So you can go for a heavier weight. Elbow in at your side, shoulders back. We're going to do a minute. Are you ready? Let's go. Slowly bring the arm up and down. If any of you want to do a heel dig at the same time, add that in. If you want to go slow, you can add in the heel dig too. You may want to bend your knees more. If you're having to sit down, just move your feet or maybe do a heel dig as well. Those of you working harder, how about 2 arms? But just remember, my upper arm isn't moving. Staying completely still, just the lower arm moving. So it doesn't matter if you're just on the spot, doing a bicep curl like this, I reckon we'll get one more in on each arm. And then just put your weights down. So today, just a minute at each exercise, not more than that. We're going to do a half jack next, which is touching the leg to the side and adding in the arm. So move the feet. Are you ready to start? Let's go. Same arm as leg, out to the side. So you can just do the legs. You can keep the arm low. If you can, take the arm up higher as well, at least shoulder height. Any of you working harder, bend the knee. Any of you working harder, 2 arms. And if I've got any brave souls doing a half speed, jumping jack, or anybody jumping jack in, they are all your options. So you've got to work out which one is right for you. Whether it's a bend of the knee, whether it's no arm. If you start feeling you're getting towards this 15 at any time, stop the arms, walk on the spot, let yourself recover. That's our minute, by the way. Move your feet. Let yourself recover back to here before you keep going. We're going to take our weights again. Light, either tins, or if you want to, your jars again, or something like that. Lightweight, or a heavier weight, slightly heavier. Feet moving. Shoulders back, arms at your side, palms turned away from you. We're going to take both arms back, one at a time, straight back, and straight back. So I'm not leaning forwards, just taking the arm back one at a time. So you can do both together if you want to. Good. Any of you want to work harder, then just add like a heel dig again and bend those knees. And it doesn't matter if you're doing one arm or both together. Working the back of those arms. Keep it going a bit longer. Are you breathing? That's important. No overholding these weights, no gripping tightly. Last one, and move those feet. Don't need any weights. I'm hoping yours are all a bit higher, you're not having to come down to the floor. Knee raises, so marching on the spot. Go at the right pace for you. Are you ready to start? Here we go. Knee raise. So this is me demonstrating it slowly. Where you're holding on. Even if you're seated, don't lift the legs so high that you collapse your back. Some of you are going to go faster. Any of you adding in a bit more twist or arms. Any of you jumping in? Lots of options. So find the right pace for you. It's all about listening to your body. So where are you? I like to be above this 11, but I've got no more than the 14. So most of the time, we want to do that 12 to 13. We're warm. We're breathing a little bit heavier. Muscles are working, but we can keep going. That's our minute, so move those feet. We're going to do shoulder presses next. If you're happy to hold a weight, go grab a lightish to medium, unless you know which weight that you're definitely going to hold. Hands on the shoulders. Feet moving is a must on this one. No standing on the spot. Are you ready? Slowly on up and slowly down. Slowly on up and slowly down. Ideally, it's 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down. That's really tough. Some of you will be happy to do both arms together, If any of you that do my classes regularly and you want to add something like a hamstring curl into it, add some extras if you want. But alright, nice and controlled. Remember, straighten the arm. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Any of you want to go for a wander? If you've got dodgy shoulders and things, do the best you can and then just stop. If you know your blood pressure's a bit high today, I'll stop and rest your arms. You're going to do this one and then we're going to relax those arms down. Yeah. We don't need these. We're going to take our legs wider and we're going to kick our bottom from side to side. Are you ready? Hamstring curling. Hold the chair if you need to. So it's just about trying to kick your bottom. You don't really kick your bottom, but it's that movement. So you can think of it. Ice skating, if that helps. Any of you add any extra hops to make it harder? Any of you just going slow? Doesn't matter. Any of you pumping the arms? How are we feeling? Have we got a smile on our face? Do we feel that we are working? Can we talk? Can you feel the backs of your legs working? Or is it just knee pain? We're going to come back on the squat and move those feet. Next up, that chest press. I showed you it in the warm-up. If you're not used to it, don't hold weights. If you're happy to hold a weight, I'd say go for your tins, unless you know you're strong enough to keep those arms going. Be moving. Hands on the shoulders. Reaching forward. Here we go. And coming back. I'll demonstrate it sideways and back. So it's quite a tough one. Arms out in front. If it's too much, just stop. Any of my regulars, or you know what you're doing, want to add in a V-step. So your arms come forward and your legs go forward. Depends on how fast you're going. My timer is completely out then. Up to you. Keep it going. Can you feel your shoulders? Are you breathing? If it's too much, just drop those arms and keep the feet going. Last one. And release those arms. Weight down. Good, we're doing good. Superman, Superwoman, touch backs. Are you ready? Get the legs going back. Again, find the right speed for you. Add in an arm in front. Options. Hold the chair. And just one arm. You can bend the knees more. Those of you that want to work harder. How about getting both arms going? Arms have to work harder than the legs. Any of you doing half speed? Spotty dogs? Any of you doing spotty dogs? Well done if you are. It doesn't matter which level you're at. As long as you are at your 12, 13-ish. Good. Excellent everyone. Come on, let's keep this going a little bit longer. And be moving. Brilliant. Upright row. Sometimes you only need one weight. I'm going to give my jar and hold it with 2 hands. It might be a little bit better having a can in each hand. smiley elbows are going to be this one. Shoulders back, have the weight near to your body, and then you're lifting, arms up and down. So it's like you're zipping up your middle, and back down. So chin height is good, elbows up, see that they're smiling. Those of you that are happy to combine a calf raise at the same time, up onto those toes and back down. Obviously I'm working your balance at the same time, so I don't mind which version you're doing. It's just moving the feet. No one's standing still, are they? Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Feet moving. You get beautiful looking shoulders. I hope you haven't got droopy elbows. This is the last one. I'm placing that down. We're going to just do a bit of movement, side to side, for the last exercise of this circuit before we repeat it again. So we're going to take 2 steps to the side, move my chair out of the way. Bigger the step, the better. So when you're ready, 2 steps to the side, or 1 if you don't have the space. Can you bend your knee a little bit as you do the side step? Get the thighs working a bit harder. Any of you want to add in? You can be a bent elbow at the same time. Slow it down if you need to. Right, high intensity intervals. Staying down in your crown. Just going side to side, constantly working those thighs. You might want to come up every now and then. Somewhere in between the two. So it really doesn't matter. Even if you're going mega slow. I don't care. As long as you're in control, your exercise. We're almost coming up to a minute. So we're going to come back here and move those feet. So we need to do them all again. We'll start with the biceps. Do you need any water though? Do you need a water break? Drink break? Open window break? Join in when you're ready. Going back for those weights. Elbows in each side. I don't want you to stop too long. So bicep curls. Here we go. Slowly up and down. You have the option of doing both together, and you also have the option of doing a heel dig with it. And that heel dig could be a bent knee or a supporting leg, so you work harder. So now you know what your options are. Work out, this time round doing all the exercises, can you put a little bit more oomph into it? Or do you think, do you know what, this is still new to me, I'm going to take it easy, or easier, which is absolutely fine. We're getting there, or you're around here somewhere. I'm breathing a bit more. Excellent. And we're going to finish there. Move those feet. So next up, half jacks. Those of you who know who Harry Worth is, it's like I call it Harry Worth sometimes. Same arm as leg out to the side. So let's start off easier version. Toe out and back in. And it can be this slow, it can be faster. And then you start adding in the arms. Whether they go shoulder height, or a bit higher, or you go faster, or you add a knee bend. And you can do both arms if you want to work harder, or half speed, jumping jacks. Any jumping jackers? You don't have to. Don't even attempt it if you know you've got dodgy hips and knees. What works for you? Am I managing to kind of keep you around this zone? Oh, gone opposites. If you start hitting 15 or higher, definitely stop what you're doing. Keep your feet moving. Let yourself calm down. You should be able to talk, even though you might have a little bit of breathlessness. We need to stop because we've done more than a minute. So let's come on the spot. Next up, arms back. So up to you, how heavy you go. I'm going for my cans of soup, tin of tomatoes, that's what I've got. Feet moving, arm back, one at a time. You can do both together if you want to. First time round, I gave you the option to do a heel dig or a toe tap. Move your feet and do something else if you want to at the same time. Don't want to give you too many other options. I'll be here all day. If you need to sit down at this point, you can do the arms, but just wiggle those toes. Move these feet. How are you feeling? Brilliant. Come on, we can do this a little bit longer. It doesn't matter if you're mixing it. You might do one individual on each side and then do both together. But we're finishing it off here. We've done our minute. Next up, knee raises. So I'd rather you get the knee up nice and high than go really, really fast on the spot. Hold on to anything. Wall, chair if you need to. Let's go. Lifting those knees up. So, any of you going faster? Hopping. Adding in a twist. With your arms. You can still add in more arm movements without any of the hopping. You can just bounce on your foot if you want to. That's not quite jumping. I've been nice to you. I've not done any squats today. No sit and stands. I thought about it. And I thought, no. So as we're doing this, I don't know what any of you can see outside. It's getting darker and darker. The rain is coming down. At least it's not snowing. Right, we're almost there. Okay, feet moving. Huffier and puffier. I'm definitely here. Alright, chest press. Harder one. Remember, only hold weights if you want to. Hands by your shoulders. Are you ready? Reach forwards and back. If you want to go slow, if you want to go faster, and add in that V-step, you can. Any of you want to change your legs every now and then, and start with the other leg. So your V-step out to the diagonals, back in. It doesn't matter. Even if you only do about 3 or 4, you think my shoulders ache. You just put your arms down, keep your feet moving, and we will join you in a bit. Can we do something else? Heel dips, side steps, the V-step. We've got 15 seconds to go, so if this is too much, just stop the arms and maybe just move the feet a little bit, and that's fine. We're almost done. And we're putting the weights down. Brilliant. You're doing good. Oh, I did it the wrong way around. We're going to do hamstring curls. That should have been shoulder press, but we'll come back to that, don't worry. So wide legs. We're going to kick our bottom and we go side to side. Here we go. So the last exercise should have been shoulder press. And then after this should have been chest press. So I've got my prompt down here. And I'm so out of breath, I can read it. We'll do it right in a minute, I promise. Good. Keep it going. Apologies if you can hear the dog barking. Someone's just come to the front door. The beauty of filming live. Cool. Lovely. Go slower. If those knees aren't happy, just do what you can. It's good to move them, it really is. I know it hurts, but try and work through the discomfort, but not the pain. Where are you on the scale? And we're going to finish this one here. Right, let's hop back to our shoulder press. Only use weights if you're happy to. And remember this one, we must move our feet. Arm above the head means we have to work hard with the heart. Let's help those feet, help the heart out by moving the feet. I'll get there in the end. Shoulder press, reaching up and down. Remember, ideally 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down. Or nice and slow, don't go fast. But you can do both together, those of you who are used to doing this exercise. You can walk if you find that more comfortable than just marching on the spot. Good. Breathe. I don't care what those legs are doing. I feel like I want to start boogieing my disco tunes. We're going to do one more at each arm. And we're going to bring those arms down. Right, let's get back on the track. Touch backs, Superman, Superwoman, spotty dogs, half spotty dogs if you are doing the harder version. To give you a little bit more time. Feet moving. Are we ready? Touch backs. So just find the right speed. Add in an arm. Could be low, could be higher. Could be bending the knees more. Could be 2 arms. They work faster than the legs. Could be half speed. Spotty dogs or spotty dogs. You do whatever you can. It doesn't matter even if you're just holding the chair and you're just taking the leg back, not even doing anything with the arms. As long as you think you are around here, I'm happy. Good. We're almost done for this minute. That is your minute. Move those feet. 2 more exercises. Upright row. First one. So I went with just holding 1 weight. Remember, you might have gone for 2. Doesn't matter, or no weight. So we've got to get shoulders back. Good posture. Feet moving. Are you ready? Lifting those arms on up. Remember, it's like a zip and down. Nice smiley elbows. And if you can, we went into calf raises at the same time. Working your balance, if you can. Otherwise, just move the feet, do the arms. If you're getting tired, sit down, wiggle the toes, move the feet, and you can do this seated. I hope I'm not getting any droopy elbows, because then we're not using the right muscles. It's like you're a puppet, and the string is attached to your elbows, and that's what's pulling you up and back down. I reckon we'll get 1 more in. Excellent, put your weight down. We've got our last exercise, the side together side. This one with the heart rate going before. I'm starting off to the side. Are you ready? 2 steps if you've got space. Side together, side and touch, and coming back. You could bend the knee more. You could add an arm in as well. Those of you that are working harder, remember you go into your crab and stay down there. Go as low as you can. Reach those legs away. Good, come on, this is our last exercise. You get to cool down after this. Chill out. I've got clicking of the fingers going as well. How are you feeling though? Last one to each side. And move those feet. Well done. Move down our circuit. So we must keep these feet going, especially if you're a bit like me, feeling a bit puffed. So we need to calm down. Don't ever just stop your exercise. It's really dangerous for you, dangerous for the heart, and you could pass out, and I don't want that. So now's the time. Grab some water if you've got it. Towel yourself down if you've got hot and sweaty. I'm going to change the music so it's more chill out. Turn it down as well. And so we can just start our relaxing into the class. So keep those feet going. Breathe. Let's just turn this music down now. Should be reasonably quiet. Don't quite go as quiet as I want it. I'm grabbing my water too. So the easiest way to start cooling down after exercise is just to walk around. By walking around, we know then our calf muscles are still working. They're still pumping blood from down by the feet back up to the heart. So then the heart doesn't have to work so hard against gravity. I can go into why, explain it more another day, but right now that's all you need to know. So you keep moving, and you might be walking fast to start with, and then you gradually start getting slower and slower. And you'll feel your breathing starts to recover. You are still going to feel hot, I'm afraid, and if you're a sweaty person, you are still going to sweat. That one takes a little bit longer to calm down. If you monitor your heart rate, whether you feel the pulse in your neck, your wrist, you've got a watch that reads it, you'll see that it will start to just drop. It will drop quite a bit to start with, and then it will slowly come back down. And that's where we're working from where we were here, in our lovely little exercise zone. And then right now, I feel like I'm recovering to this light, so I feel good, but I still don't feel relaxed. And then we're going to gradually come back to this extremely light, and the no exertion at all is when you've just turned off the computer, and you've gone, thank goodness that's over. So that's where we get to that stage, when you get to sit down at the end. So please keep your feet moving until right near the end, so the blood gets pumped round. And as I said, I don't want you to feel lightheaded after the exercise, pass out, things like that. So feet moving is essential. I'll just bring the chair back in a little bit because I can show you some of the stretches you can do with the chair instead of standing, if you think that would be more beneficial to you. But the stretch I want to do first is your triceps, back of the arm. Now I didn't specifically focus on it today, but it still got used. And we're going to do this one first, that's the hand between the shoulder. Gently push or pull on that arm. Now the reason I want to do this one first is because your arm is above your head and the heart. And if we cool down completely, then we stuck our arm in the air, takes your heart rate and blood pressure back up, and that defeats the whole object. We're trying to bring them down nice and slowly. So do all these sorts of ones first. Anything with your arms above your head, get out of the way first. Shake out. And then we change to the side. Hand between the shoulder blade, push up on the arm. So stretching out your triceps. If it's down here, try every now and then, do this stretch regularly to get that elbow higher up to the ceiling. And release that. Keep the feet moving. Take one arm forwards. Now take it across your body. Keep your shoulder relaxed. With the other hand, just gently push that arm towards you. We're aiming to get a stretch back here. You may feel it. If you don't, try bending your elbow and pushing it backwards. You may get a better stretch that way. And you can see this hand's not actually touching anything, it's just relaxed. Don't worry if you don't feel anything on either stretch. But my feet are moving, by yours. Relax it. Other arm forward, take it across. Keep the shoulder relaxed. Gently push that arm towards you, or try bending the elbow, push that towards you. So the class you've done, we did a minute of each exercise and we repeated the circuit twice. Sometimes I do 2 minutes of everything. I'm going to do the circuit once. Sometimes I really mix and match all the exercises. So that's an all levels class as well. Shaking on that. Let's get into the next stretch. Just place your fingers together, arms forward and round your upper back. I do specific, just low intensity classes. You can just follow me completely and not have to remember what I should be doing and I'm demonstrating something else. Same for, I do high intensity level classes. We work on balance and mobility as well. Bring your head up, hands into the lower back. Squeeze those elbows together or clasp the fingers. Or remember, just open up the chest, but feet moving. The class I released last was a strength class. We really worked on strengthening our muscles. And the class coming up next Wednesday is a Wake Up Wednesday, which is a mobility, stretch, a little bit of balance, and just get the joints moving. Shaking on that. So it's not a full-blown exercise class, it's a great mobility class. So what we're going to do next is start stretching out the legs. We're going to go for the calf muscle first. So if you are standing, whether you're using the chair for support, both feet facing forwards as much as you can. Back heel on the floor and back leg straight. If you need to be seated now, sit near the edge of the chair, leg out front, knee straight, pull your toe towards you. And just wiggle your toes if you can a little bit. And just hold it and feel the stretch. And move your feet, everybody. So if you're seated, change and do the other leg. Otherwise, if we're standing, this leg for me now, both feet facing forward. So if you can feel a stretch and your legs are close, great. If you're taking them further away and you still can't feel it, take it further away. But please don't overstretch this one because you can pull your Achilles tendon, so we don't want to overdo it. Lovely. And up you come, just move those feet. Now we're going to do the back of the leg. I did demonstrate it in the warm-up. So what it is just a small stride forward, bending your back knee and take your bottom backwards. Keep your foot relaxed. This leg needs to be straight and you're aiming for a stretch down the back of your leg. Now if you're sitting on the chair, again take that leg out straight, relax the foot, straighten the knee. Up tall and lean forwards, whether you hold the chair, put your hands on your thighs, but you're going to feel it stretch. And everyone, you should be breathing for me. Everyone slowly come up because you can get lightheaded after that one. So if you're seated, leg out straight, sit up tall, lean forward, but relax the foot. Everybody else, small stride, bending the back knee, bottom up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And again, slowly come up, move the feet. If you are seated, you really can't do a quad stretch so easily sitting, so if you can stand and hold onto the chair. Remember, this one is taking hold of the foot, the back of the shoe, your trouser leg, pushing your hip forward, pulling your knee back. Other options, remember, foot on the chair and pushing your hip forward, possibly knee on the chair. You've got lots of options for this one to work with the knee, how it feels, what you can do. Release that, everybody. Change to the other side. Taking hold of the foot, the back of the shoe, the trouser leg. Can you balance? If you're struggling, always try and hold the earlobe. 9 times out of 10 it helps you with your balance. I imagine most of you are holding on to something. And shake on out. I want to shake out your shoulders, your hands, and just stand nice and comfortably. So we're going to take a nice breath. Just breathe on in. Arms no higher than shoulder height. Breathe out. We're going to breathe on in. And breathe on out. And again. Breathe on in. And out. And shake out those arms and legs and give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining in. So just gives you an insight into what an all levels class would be like. Do mix and match it and do a variety of things. So if you do fancy coming to join us, if you use the code, the coupon code on sign up, 1FBCL, so that stands for One Facebook Cardiac Lauren, 1FBCL, you're going to only have to pay £5 for your first month. That takes out the joining fee, and instead of paying £20 for your first month, you only have to pay £5. And you get 2 classes a week, and then you've got access to the library of all the different ones, the stretches and the mobility, the balance, strength, pyramids, dance, all different types, and you can watch as many as you like. So if you've got any questions, contact me. Otherwise, I wish you well. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, let me know.